Jesus fucking Christ, my God. But here we are. NBA show. Talking Julius Randle of the New York Knicks. Adebayo. He's that fucking guy. Some NBA trades that we're hearing. The Portland Trailblazers. And now we're here. It is 8:31, a little bit of a late show, short show today, just because of some technical difficulties on my side. I'm also like deadbeat tired, but that's neither nor there. How you doing, Jackson?
I'd love like a ready or like a coffee or something.
Oh, you mean like this?
Yeah. I made the worst food ever at like 2 a.m. last night. It was so bad.
What'd you make?
Made like pasta and meat sauce. It was so bad.
But I don't know why, but that sounds gross right now.
Yeah, it's just I agree.
All right. Yep. So Julius fucking Randle.
Yeah, Julius fucking Randle.
You went off last night, 36 points, 13 rebounds. Is it crazy to think about when the Lakers drafted this guy like 9th overall? Would have you thought this was who you would have become?
Probably not, no.
No, yeah, like you're lying if you're saying here, I've been saying since the day Los Angeles drafted him, Julius Randle is the best thing since sliced fucking bread. Okay, you're lying. You're lying if you're saying that. You believe that. Julius Randle completely changed his game.
Yeah.
And I truly believe, first off, the New York Knicks, they got hot and then they kind of fell off like, the last 2 weeks. But I definitely think this is a team that can make it to at least the second round. I'm very hesitant about, I don't know if this team's a championship roster. And I think they're fine with that because I don't think they have. I think every team has championship rosters, but I think teams are realistic. I think the Knicks are realistic that they're not a championship team yet, but they have the makings of a team potentially that could become one.
Yeah. Especially with the bench.
Yeah.
Getting traded, getting shipped out. I think they were really upset that they didn't win out on the Donovan Mitchell sweepstakes.
Well, I mean, they've now beat them 2-1, and I think they're fine with it because they didn't give up all those assets that they were being asked for. I think it's just now, with Mitchell Robinson out, it just shows how impactful Mitchell Robinson is for this team and how much of a drop-off talent there is between Jericho Sims and Isaiah Hartenstein.
Yeah, I mean, Jericho's nice, but he's young. Rob will be back in a couple of weeks. I mean, either way, they were still kind of maybe an above slightly 500 team. Julius Randle's having a great year. It's crazy to think. I don't know if you remember his Pelican days that well, but this man was coming off the bench for half of the season, but that was kind of his first breakout year. I just have with New York, I mean, I just don't think they have enough depth to go on a championship run. I think there's some talent there. The big thing with Randle is he shot like 20% from the field in the playoffs when they made it a couple of years ago.
But it's the bench. It's inconsistent. Like a fully healthy team, your bench, obviously, with Mitchell Robinson, Julius Randle, Quentin Grimes, Jalen Brunson, and R.J. Barrett as your starting lineup. But then you go into the second unit, Emmanuel Quickly, solid. Isaiah Hartenstein, solid. But then it falls off. Like, are you really going to be playing Deuce McBride 20 minutes in a playoff game?
No, but I also don't think you're going to win it all with Julius Randle as your best player. So it's
I agree with that. Can you win it with?
Like,
can you win it with Julius Randle as your second?
Maybe.
Or you see as more
on the first. If it's LeBron, yeah. But what if it was like Lavin? No, definitely not.
What about like a
Brunson's
Kawhi?
Great. Probably, actually.
Like I just don't
He's
know.
done it
Like
once before.
where do we place Julius Randle in the? Is he a top 25 player?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Is he closer to 25 or is he closer to 10?
10.
Wow, really?
Yeah. Oh, the defense, though.
Yeah, I would say he's closer to 25 in my eyes.
That just seems so disrespectful.
Yeah, because it's hard to think of 20 other players. I mean, I could easily give you 10 players in front of him.
Well, I'm
Maybe
just thinking like he's
15.
25, 11, and 4, shooting 35% from downtown. Like, can there really be 25 players better than him? I don't think so.
There could be 10. Because he's definitely like
Yes.
third team All NBA again this season, the way that he's playing.
Okay. Yeah, that when it's phrased like that, I like that. Yeah, okay.
Which is technically like 10 through 15, you could argue.
Yeah. Okay.
It's
That works
just.
for me. But RJ Barrett, I do think eventually RJ will get traded. RJ's a great star. He's a great piece.
I just think he's like the fourth option or third.
Yeah, he's in his fourth year now, and I think he's one of their more valuable trade assets if you're looking to find a complimentary top 15 player for Julius Randle.
Like I think RJ Barrett's a good scorer and stuff. And what I mean by a fourth option is like I see him on a championship team being the third or fourth option where you got 2 20-point scorers and then RJ Barrett's your like 15, 17 points per game guy.
I think he's a little bit better than that.
Well, that's on a championship team where I'm saying like you have like, for example, if you put RJ Barrett between Kyrie and Kevin Durant,
he'd still drop 20, I think.
you think he still dropped 20?
Yeah.
I think he'd be like a 17, hyper, like super efficient, like very, like really good splits. You know what I mean? Like 50% from the field, 40 because he'd have all this shot creation done for him. But I also believe that RJ Barrett's the type of guy that like could pull a Harrison Barnes and go to like go to a bad team and be their number one option and be like a 25 points per game scorer. But not but less efficient.
I think if he was going to score 25 a game, it would have happened before Brunson got there. And even with Brunson there, I mean, he's still, and it's not like a 20-point per game night is bad by any means, but he didn't take that leap that I think a lot of Knicks fans were hoping, because that would make a final a lot easier.
Was that Duke draft class underwhelming?
No, because yeah, it had Zion.
But Cam and RJ underwhelmed.
RJ's putting up 20. I don't think.
And RJ was what, like the 9th pick?
I thought he was way higher than 9. I could be wrong.
Maybe it was Cam Reddish that was 9.
Cam Reddish. The thing with Cam is he dropped 30 one game, and then the next game he dropped 3. So it's exactly like his NBA career. So I'm not surprised with Cam Reddish's career thus far at all. But I am hoping that he turns it up. Like, what if he goes to the Rockets and he's like a 20-point per game scorer?
I don't think the Rockets care for him.
Yeah, they don't.
Bam Adebayo. You want to hear a crazy ass stat about Bam Adebayo?
He likes peanut butter and jelly.
What happens if he was allergic?
That would suck. If you're allergic to peanut butter, that must suck.
Are you ready for the stat?
He likes barbecue chicken.
Bam Adebayo has averaged 23.8 points, 10.8 rebounds, and 3.5 assists in 13 games without Jimmy Butler this season.
Trade Jimmy?
I don't think so, but like,
I mean,
dude,
so
what?
He's putting up top 18 statistics right there.
He's putting up like arguably top 5 big man numbers. Like,
then what about Julius Randle?
Julius, I guess
for the whole year.
I guess he's okay. This
with
is a different problem.
threes, but
Like-
minus the blocks and steals.
Bam Adebayo arguably was the best big man in the league. Like Bam Adebayo is like one of the only bigs who can guard like every position. Like, there's a reason why Bam's like so versatile, but like people thought that his offensive game might have stagnated and that he had peaked as an offensive player.
Yeah.
But I think this goes to show that Bam Adebayo, when given the opportunity to be the number one option, can be it. I'm not going to sit here and say he should be the number one option, but I mean, the guy's averaging 20 on the season and then scoring more, getting more. His numbers are even increasing when the game's without Jimmy. So just for me, I just think that's just a stat that like is, I don't know. I just think this just shows that Bam's developing, Bam's still growing. Thoughts?
Yeah, I get. I don't really have that on offense, but
You don't like
I guess
Bam?
so. No, I like Bam. I guess you're right. I mean, could you imagine if Bam just all of a sudden came up with it's got a weird McAfee total protection. Is this real?
What?
There's a threat detected on my laptop. So I don't know what the hell that was, but at 25, yeah,
at 25,
yeah, he's good. I don't know, he's good.
I just don't think you like. Is Bam Adebayo an all NBA player? Is he the third best center?
No,
because is it Domantas Sabonis?
Joel Embiid.
Jokic is 1, Embiid is 2, Sabonis is 3.
Well,
It's Bam 4.
That's kind of a difficult question. I feel like I'm missing somebody, but I do think Bam is having an all
Brook
NBA
Lopez
season right now.
Mitchell Robinson.
Oh, no.
Is Anthony Davis a center or a power forward?
Oh yeah, Anthony Davis. God, duh. So Bam might be top 5 then.
Definitely top 10, Art.
Yeah.
He's better than Jonas Valanciunas. He's better than Mitchell Robinson. He's better than Steven Adams.
I just had this.
I'd rather Bam Adebayo or Miles Turner. Thomas Bryant, yes, he's better than Thomas Bryant. He's better than Miles Turner.
It's not better,
better than Mason
I think he's
Plumlee.
better than Rudy Gobert.
Better than Rudy Go. Better
Jared
than Aiden.
Allen,
Better than Jared Allen. Better.
He might be. He's actually looking at that list. He's undisputed to be top 5 center because of his defense. He's 3-time all defense, and I think that's what.
He's the best defensive center in the league. Name one better.
Rudy Gobert.
Nah.
Jared Allen.
You might argue.
Does he even average a block game?
Yeah, he averages a block, but Bam Adebayo can guard point guards. Rudy and Jared can't guard guards. Bam Adebayo is one of, if not the only big in the league who can guard 1 through 5.
I would not feel comfortable if Bam Adebayo guarded a point guard for an entire.
I'm not saying that he does it all game, but if he gets switched onto a point guard, he's not getting exposed.
I don't
like
think
Rudy Gobert.
Rudy Gobert would be getting exposed.
Rudy Gobert, if you put a point guard on him and the point guard draws him out and then beats him to the basket.
Bam's defensive rating is 109. Like, I don't.
Yeah, on like not a great team this year. Bam Adebayo. I think you're underrating Bam Adebayo's impact on that.
Doesn't even average a block a game. I'm just saying I don't think he's the best defensive center in the NBA.
I think he's the most complete 1 through 5 defensive center in the NBA, without a fucking doubt.
And the Miami Heat are the 3rd best defensive team, so I don't want to hear anything about their team. I don't know. I don't see it, but I don't want to discredit Bam. He's playing at an all-NBA level right
Green,
now.
by the way, Danny Green has recovered from torn ACL and LCL in 8 months.
Jeez. Get him on the Lakers.
I mean, Danny Green isn't. Yeah, I mean,
Danny Red. He's my arch nemesis.
Kyle Kuzma is untouchable.
Jeez. It's insane. Untouchable?
Mm-hmm.
Someone should throw a smoke screen and be like contending rival offers.
Well, it's just coming. It's just coming out more and more that Kyle Kuzma, like he had an interview. You want to? Okay, let's talk about this. So there was a sit down interview with Kyle Kuzma done yesterday, and it kind of further revealed what we thought already about Kyle Kuzma and his thoughts of the Wizards. That he wants to stay. That it's the argument that I keep making to you guys. Who can give him a better, who can give him a better opportunity? Who's going to make him a franchise cornerstone like the Wizards did? Who's going to give him all these shots attempts? Who's going to use him like marketing temp? Who's going to allow him to, get all these touches, etc. There's not many teams, if not, even there's not another team in the league if it isn't a rebuilding team like the Pacers or the Rockets that would give Kyle Kuzma the opportunity that he has here. And he said it multiple times that he loves it here. So let me read you some quotes. Have you thought on your free agency future? He has said not much. He's focusing on playing right now, developing his game. He's having too much fun doing that. Have him and the Wizards have talk about, his future, and have they asked him what he's feeling? And he says, have they? No. And do you expect them to do something like that because they can't afford to lose a player like that? And he says, sure. He's like, from the jump, this is the best quote, sure, that's probably coming, in terms of the Wizards offering him a lucrative contract extension. But I've said from the jump, I love being here because I can play my game and I've developed so much. Taking on a new role has been amazing for me. I've never given an indication of any other thing. They understand what I'm doing right now, and I'm trying to get better. That's my priority. Next quote was, having been traded before, do you worry about the trade deadline? Nah. I've been trade talks 5 out of 6 years of my career. I've seen it, been through it, understand it. I've been trade rumors at the highest of the highest levels after year. So I'm numb to the white noise and noise in general. You know full well they want to keep you long term, 100%. How much of a source of peace is that for you? Yeah, it is a source of peace because anytime somebody wants you, that's a good thing. You want it. You want to be wanted in this world. You don't want to not be wanted. So it's a great feeling. It's like being wanted to be married, wanted to have a relationship. As a person, you love that. You feel loved. You feel that, and it makes you feel alive. It's a great thing, especially in the landscape of sports between teams and players. Players are gone year after year, those short stints. And for a team, anybody to want to keep you long term, that's a blessing. But that's if you're a Wizards fan, those quotes from Kyle Kuzma, it furthers the narrative that I've been pushing. Tell me another team that can give Kyle Kuzma the opportunity here. He already has an NBA championship. Okay, the guy's like in the prime of his career. He has 10 years at least in his career. So let's spend the next 5 chasing individual success and being in a comfortable situation, which, again, that's the Washington Wizards. And who wouldn't want to live in Washington? There's only like 10 other cities in the NBA that aren't as good as Washington, D.C.
That's fair.
Like, let's be honest, okay? Right here. Do you want Washington, D.C. or Milwaukee? Okay?
Definitely DC.
Cleveland or Washington, D.C.?
Cleveland's very underrated, but definitely DC.
Okay?
I mean, Kyle Kuzma and I have different preferences, but
you get what I'm saying, though? Like, there's
yeah.
Like, and it comes back to the whole narrative that I've been pushing is that no other team can give him this opportunity, and all the other teams that could give him somewhat a similar opportunity in terms of the touches, in terms of the franchise cornerstone marketing, all that stuff, is a rebuilding team that wouldn't have the stars such as Bradley Beal or Kristaps Porzingis, 2 All NBA players on the team. No other team that could give him this role would have 2 All NBA players on their roster.
Who are the All NBA players on this team?
Bradley Beal and Kristaps Porzingis.
Yeah, I don't agree with that. But so, what would you say Kyle Kuzma is number wise on this?
You know what? I'll take that back. They have 1 All NBA player. Only Bradley Beal is the All NBA player.
And
Kristaps
he's no longer an All NBA player.
Okay, but what I'm saying is, okay, they have 3 All-Stars on this team. Is that better for you? Are you more happy with that sentiment? Because that's not a lie.
I am more happy with that sentiment.
There's no other team that can give him the same role he has here with the Wizard organization that would have 2 other
So I'm
All-Stars.
going to play devil's advocate here because I love Kyle Kuzma. What number is Kyle Kuzma on your team?
A co-1. We have 3 ones.
Ooh, okay, yeah. So I'm going to pretend I'm a rival executive because I guarantee you this is how 99% of them feel. I don't want Kyle Kuzma as my number 1. So that's fine that you want him as your 1. You can pay him because, what is he, 28, 27? Maybe he emerges as a number 1. There's going to be some things he needs to work on. Like
we have 3 ones. We have 3 ones who take turns being the 1.
I don't think Kyle Kuzma is a 1. I'm sorry.
He's a 2, 3 for us, but like he takes turns. We take turns, bro. This is the Wizards. We take turns. You know, some nights Bradley Beal's the 1. Some nights it's Kristaps Porzingis. We feed the hot hand. Some nights it's Kyle.
When they play, they could make an all-injured first team, and Bradley Beal and Kristaps Porzingis can be co-1 and 2.
Kristaps and Kuzma have been like durable as hell since they've joined the Wizards.
Yeah.
So is Kristaps. Kristaps, since joining the Wizards, I think he's missed like 5 games.
I'm holding my breath though.
But I know, but like now Kristaps is missing 2 weeks because of an ankle sprain. But this is the only significant injury Kristaps has joined in his like 80 games he's played for the Wizards so far. Yeah. And like Bradley Beal's the guy that we can both agree is just Mr. Disappearing Act.
Yeah, especially
this year. Bradley Beal, what happened to 30-point scorer Bradley Beal? Like, I understand, like, Kyle Kuzma and Kristaps are taking touches away from you, but, okay, like, obviously Bradley Beal's the guy you want to have as number 1, but Bradley Beal hasn't played, like, he's only played 27 games so far this season, and he's averaging 22.4 points, but what happened to the guy in 2019 and 2020 where he was averaging 30 a night?
Yeah.
I mean, the team's better, so, like, I understand shot attempts are being taken away from him, but you got Kristaps out here averaging 22 a night. You got Kyle Kuzma averaging 22 a night. I mean, that's nice that you got 3 22-point scorers on our team.
The last time he averaged this low of points is 2015, 2016 season.
But again, like he's taking less.
He's had much time to build chemistry with either of those players, like which is desperate.
I'm just surprised that his numbers, for scoring less, that his numbers are his shooting splits aren't better.
Yeah, I mean, they kind of are.
No, he's worse.
He is averaging a career high at field goals at 52.3, which is very much worse.
Who?
Bradley Beal.
Bradley Beal shooting 46.8 from the field.
No.
Yes. What stats are you looking at? Oh wait, this is, dude. Am I?
Yeah. Wait. Oh, that's Porzingis.
Dude, why do I have Porzingis stats up? Oh shit! Yeah, you're shooting 52%. Sorry, dude. When I said all that stuff, ignore what I just said. I was looking at Porzingis stats.
Bradley Beal is averaging a career high in rebounds.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. Let's pivot. That was embarrassing. So right here we got ourselves the Clippers interested in Kyle Lowry, Fred VanVleet. And this deal, I said, was the only way it could be done is obviously John Wall's in it, but the deal is either like John Wall and Reggie Jackson and Robert Covington, or like Robert Covington and Marcus Morris. I don't even fucking know how you get this deal.
Yeah.
Kyle Lowry's hard to get that deal done. Fred VanVleet's a little bit easier because you could be like, all right, here's John Wall and Robert Covington, and I think you can just throw on maybe like Amir Coffey, and that gets the deal done. I personally think, look, if I was any team, if you're trying to decide between Kyle Lowry and Fred VanVleet, I mean, they're both 30-year-old point guards, but I'd go for Fred VanVleet because I know at least this isn't the second season of him being bad.
Actually, Fred's 30 yet.
Like, correct me if I'm wrong. If you had to choose between right now Kyle Lowry or Fred VanVleet, you're choosing Fred VanVleet because this is his first bad season. You're not because Kyle Lowry, this is his second bad season.
And I always think the reason Fred gets injured shoots bad is because he plays 40 minutes a night every year and then gets.
If he played on a team like the Clippers where they're like, bro, you just have to play 25, Fred would be like, oh my God, man, I haven't played 25 minutes a night in like forever.
The one caveat is if he's testing free agency, if he's denying his player option regardless,
you would tamper.
I'm just saying money-wise, he's not going to like playing that little.
Well, what I'm saying is you would tamper in terms of you would call up his agent. Obviously, this is not illegal, but this is how you get around tampering. You're the Clippers, and before you would do the trade, you would call up his agent because there's nothing wrong with talking to agents as a front office executive, and you'd be like, could you relay a message to Fred and be like, if we made a trade for him and gave him this role, he'd be our starting point guard, but he would be in a rotation with, Reggie Jackson and, Terrence Mann playing 25 minutes to 30 minutes a night, but we will honor him a contract of 4 years, $100 million or, something like that, regardless of what his production is.
What if you screw me over?
You don't do that. If you make if you agree in principle to something, it's a very bad look to go back on that deal unless the player's completely shit. Unless like the complete player's like absolutely like where it's like the player just even tells you like, hey, scratch that deal. Like it's in our both interest to go other ways. This didn't work out. Most of the time when you agree in principle to a deal under the table before, because you can't re-sign during the season, it's a very bad look to renege from that deal, because in future references, if you try to do that again, a player will tell you, go fuck yourself. I remember what you did to Fred VanVleet.
Yeah, so I don't see any of that.
Oh, well, I agree, because why would you trade for Fred VanVleet right now when he's clearly going to go into free agency?
I don't think Toronto. As the days go by, I wouldn't be surprised if Fred gets traded, but I don't know if the Clippers can make it happen. He's 10 years younger than Kyle Lowry, so that helps.
Well, it goes back to if we pivot from here, I want to find the
dude, trade Damian Lillard. Oh my goodness, I'm so sick of this.
I'm trying to find the Jay Crowder offer.
Jay Crowder for Fred VanVleet, straight up.
So supposedly the Wizards turned down a 3-team trade that would have sent. Okay, so the Bucks would have gotten Rui the Bucks would have gotten Jay Crowder. The Suns would have gotten Rui Hachimura, and the Wizards would have gotten 3 second-round picks and a cash consideration. Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about these turned down blank trades because of the discredibility that we've seen so far.
So supposedly the Bucks ready to make a move on. So there's a rumor that right now Jay Crowder has an offer from the Bucks, and this is the best offer. And the Milwaukee Bucks basically went and told the Phoenix Suns this is our offer. We know 2 things. If Jay Crowder's still on this team past the deadline, he's being bought out. B, we know nobody's really giving you offers for Jay Crowder, and we know this is probably the best offer you're going to get. So in my mind, there's 2 deals that could be happening right now. Deal number 1, Serge Ibaka, George Hill, and Jordan Nwora for Jay Crowder. That's the deal that I think is the best. You get George Hill and Serge Ibaka aren't really playing for them like at all. Okay, and Serge Ibaka is another big guy for the Suns. George Hill can arguably be another point guard, or George Hill's appeared in 34 games this season, playing actually like 20 minutes a night and still putting up all right splits, but he's clearly over the hill. While you have yourself Jordan Wara, who got an extension this offseason as a restricted free agent, but his numbers have gone down to 16 minutes a night, and he would just be a throw-in right there, young guy. So, and the only other deal is Grayson Allen. But if I'm like the Bucks, I'm not sending Grayson Allen. I'll send you Serge Ibaka, George Hill, and Jordan Wara, 3 guys that are at the bottom of our rotation. What do you think? And I just tell them, take it or leave it. Because we know the only reason we're offering you this trade is we know you're going to buy out Jay Crowder, and we rather have first dibs instead of competing with other teams in free agency.
Yeah, it's the issue I've had is if Jay Crowder's such a good player and he's such a valuable asset, why is he not playing for the Phoenix Suns? Why is that relationship so bad? So if you're the Bucks, you got to look at it. Is that on the Suns? Is Jay Crowder going to be a detriment to us? Okay, no. Or let's take the gamble on it, just like Kevin Porter Jr. If no team wants this guy, well, I don't want him going to the Cleveland Cavaliers. I want him on my team, so let's lowball him. Let's give him an offer and let's see if we can get him. It's a double doink. Like, he helps our team, a competitor won't get him.
No, I agree. It's just he's going to be traded. It's just a matter of time if he is traded. If not, he'll leave. And the reason why is he just doesn't like the organization and the coaching staff.
I can't believe.
So, yeah, I mean, look how they're treating DeAndre Ayton. But let's pivot over to a game that we play all the time to close out.
That is
Christian Wood.
Oh, shit. No, it's not Christian Wood. Damn.
I feel like they repeated Christian Wood. We had Christian Wood a few months ago.
Way too recently. Yeah. It wasn't even that. It was like
a month ago.
Yeah.
That's how I knew it was Christian Wood, because I just remember the shape of the head.
Yeah.
It would have been Christian Wood, Nick Richards, and Mitchell Robinson were my 3 guesses.
Wow, I was like Ocheo Agbaji and Colin Sexton. That was in my head. So, I guess we would have won.
Yeah, no. Alrighty. What you're going to say?
Pirtle tomorrow.
We do need a Pearl.
LeBron yesterday was stupid, but you got to please the kids.
Wait 1 second. Ooh. Yeah, I didn't fall asleep till 5 in the morning last night.
Damn.
For no reason. It pisses me off. I made 6 videos last night, barely any views.
Right. Well, when did you post? Like 4?
2, 3 in the morning.
It's hit or miss.
Yeah, dude. Sometimes I'll post videos in the middle of the night, and I'll wake up and they have 1,000 views.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Yeah, no. Today was a rough morning. Plus, it fucking poured like snow. It's like.
Just refer to a lot of snow as poured.
Yeah, it poured from the sky. Is that how you refer to snow?
That's how I refer to rain.
Yeah, okay. Here, it dumped.
Yeah. Lucky. Jealous.
Dude, they didn't cancel class either.
There's don't go. There's no point of going to class. You're about to graduate in like 2 months.
Because I pay for the class.
You just go when you need to go.
Oh, okay. You ready to hear an email from a teacher? Listen to this shit. Dude, this teacher just told me to switch out of her class. Passive aggressive as fuck. So I told her for my...
don't like you in class. Please.
No. All right, Cyro, I want to be clear that having your laptop out in class so you can check your emails will hurt your engagement grade considerably. As the syllabus states, attendance engagement is 20% of your final grade. I listed those two words together because I explained first day attendance means attending class without distractions. You said you need your laptop out during class to check your email for another obligation, which is my fucking capstone. Consider that early enough in the semester for you to drop my class, English 355, and find another class with a different time, different requirements for engagement. Or you can stay in my class knowing that every time you check your email, your course grade will drop a little, and those little drops will add up and you won't pass.
Oh, I wish I was in this class so badly.
Isn't that the most passive aggressive email?
The worst email. If I got that, I would. I was
livid, dude. It was
exactly. I would be on my laptop the whole goddamn class.
Dude, I forwarded that to my advisor and was like, first off, urgent. I was like, take me out this class. Second off, I was like, I want to file a complaint.
Oh, nice.
I was like, I'm going to report this professor. I was like, A, for passive aggressive. B, for not being accommodating to not only my schedule, but I suffer from dysgraphia. So, and she forces me to write. When I explained to her, it's actually incredibly uncomfortable for me to write, and I have terrible handwriting. So, like, I type everything. C, all right. What's it called? She talked down to me as if I was inferior, and she comes across as someone who is power hungry, who's like, fucking like, enjoys the power they have over students.
Yeah,
I was about right of the fattest.
It's January 25th, so my half birthday is tomorrow. But neither here nor there. How this late can you? How can you drop it and get into a new class?
Because it's the second week of school.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, started last week.
It's only been 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Oh man, I don't know what's going on with the young kids these days. So I don't know.
But isn't that knowing that your course grade will drop every time and it will add up?
Every professor, she sounds like, I'm surprised that number.
I've never had that.
I'm surprised she's not like an English 101 teacher that comes up to the freshmen on the first day of their college career and is like, if you don't give me your full attention and you don't come to every class, you might not pass this class. And then you show up to like half the classes and you're like never engaging and you get like an A- because they nick like what? Oh no, I'm gonna get a 70% on a 10% participation grade. Oh no, and they're not. I will say
this professor's the one, not one professor, but like I honestly hope that on her way to school today, on this snowy day, she gets in a horrific car crash and fucking her body is mutilated to the point of being unrecognizable.
You just cursed yourself, and you probably aren't gonna have the best day.
Oh, I say this all. I don't. No, I don't believe in that. I say terrible things about people all the time about how I wish upon their deaths.
Very, very bad way to live.
It's called the Howard Stern way of thinking. Okay,
Howard Stern's a retard.
But recent Howard Stern's a retard, but old school 90s Howard Stern, dude. Okay, listen to this. Howard Stern, this is my philosophy. If any company, anywhere I leave, I wanted to crash and burn. Like basically when I leave KU, I would love, no, because I would ruin my degree. But any news station anywhere, as soon as I leave, I hope the company goes bankrupt. I hope I hope everyone's fine, but like I want to know that everything goes to shit as soon as I leave.
So I'm gonna give you my 2 weeks notice. I'm gonna email that over. I'm gonna send you a quote though.
What later.
Is it? I gotta find it. I can't find it. I can't think of where the quote's from.
I
also think anybody who doesn't believe in karma is retarded.
I believe in karma, but I don't. But if I wish something upon someone, that's not karma. It's when I do something to someone. That's why I wish things.
All words are spells, though. So you just unwittingly cast a spell on yourself, and then we're gonna hop on the show today, and you're gonna be like, no 1,000 view videos again, and you're gonna be all surprised, and it's just not gonna be very surprising to me at this point. So let's keep cursing yourself. Go Kings, though. Light the beam.
Light the beam. Light the beam. All right. If you guys did enjoy today's show, be a friend to tell a friend. We'll be back tomorrow, normal time, full show. But cheers.
Giddy up.